Sailor the Piper Man, Piper the Sailor Man here. How my friends doing here with a Northern Seagull pipe? It's a beautiful pipe. I love it. Haven't smoked it in a while. But since it's a clinch and I like clinching, I thought I'd light up right now. I'm gonna light it up. What I'm smoking is some Irish cask. Has Black Cavendish, Zimbabwe and Thailand barley, and some Perique from Louisiana Bayou. It's pretty strong. I want a little something. And of course, barrel aged. What's interesting here is the smell has a strong smell. And it smells aged. It tastes good. You can taste a little rum. You taste the Perique. I don't smoke Perique too much. Well, this is a nice one. So, on here, this is random reason. Now, I saw a video today on YouTube about the subject called transhumanism. I don't usually buy into it, but when they start talking about scientists and they start bringing professors, prominent people talking about it, there was a subject that one of the professors, he came out and now said, we're going to move on from existent human species. And whoever gets in the way, we're going to kill them. No one is going to stop us from advancing. And I'm saying, what is up with this guy? He says, if you don't want to be God, we want to be gods. He's a scientist. If you don't want to be God, we want to be God. We want to live eternally. And they're coming up with all kind of scientific ways of preserving the human body, preserving the human body, transforming the human body, using robotics. And then at the very end, they showed how it was possible to decapitate a head from one body and put it on another body. And I'm saying, holy cow, this is like something from the novel Frankenstein. Now, at the VA hospital, I've seen, and I saw a combat unit going back to 1979, where they had out in the desert, 29 Palms, out in California, where they had these men that were like fitting their body to these robotic machines. And then they would put some things in their head, the cranium, and I could see they were bald, with wires running down the back. And I wasn't sure if it was going into the spinal column. It was just running there and down the back, and it was being plugged into these machines. Where the brain, they can access the machine and make the machine move. Yeah, I tell you, we're sitting out there And they had these guys running these type of machines that I've only seen in two or three sci-fi pictures. They look like this. There was a picture called RoboCop. There was another picture called Aliens where she gets into. It was not really a robot, but some kind of craft. And then I saw another movie where this guy who had his leg amputated, they were able to manipulate him and put him in a separate body, an entity, and he could live, he could move, he could run. And I saw these guys moving at about 45 miles an hour in these robots, these infantry soldiers. They were experimental use, like robots running in the desert at 45 miles an hour, like a bunch of them, going back and forth. They were just going back and forth. And in the future, somebody jokingly said, well, damn, if they could do that, they can put missiles on them and they could use lasers. And it was so high tech. 1979 was a long time ago. And they were doing it. I'm wondering, how advanced has this science gotten? We got drone missiles. We can kill somebody from somebody. You know, we have unmanned flying planes. We got soldiers now with these specialized suits that can jump at 10,000 feet and look like bats flying through the air, man. That's just food for thought. I don't know if you guys have ever seen or read sci-fi movies, but these are what these scientists are thinking. I'm saying to myself, well, if they can give somebody that was in battle amputee and give them a robotic leg, an arm, which they could move. I seen them move. You know, like iron cast arms that actually the fingers move and it's connected to the brain. They can do all kinds of stuff. What do you think about all that? I find it really creepy. What do you think about? And there have been some sci-fi movies where in these institutions and labs, scientific research, where they cloning super soldiers to run fast. And I had heard, I don't know if this is true or not. I really don't know if this is true or not. It could be just somebody making them. That they took Michael Jordan's sperm and took these great athlete sperms and began cloning with supernatural, you know, Olympic women and cloning these children. I wonder how much of that is true. Are we in the age of Frankenstein? Are we the age of creating humans that don't have souls? You know, what kind of human would it be? Can we create the human species with other species? I mean, can we create mermaids? I don't know. It's kind of getting weird. And I'm sure all this is coming way before. I don't think I'm going to be around. I don't think I'm going to be around for a lot of this stuff. In the next 30 years or so. But it's getting really weird how science is being manipulated. And ultimately it gets used for warfare, right? I don't know a scientific invention that has not been used in warfare. And so I'm just waiting for the day that they use laser to 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 repair organs. You know, it could be happening now. I just don't know. That's just food for thought. Are we living in the age of sci-fi? Can I call it that? Or transhumanism? The age of robotics? Are they gonna finally take over? These social engineers and these scientists, I call them weird nerds. Are we being taken over by nerds? What do you say? Sailor the Piper, Piper's a sailor, man.